All right, welcome back to the KnivesFAST channel, guys. Say hello to Ren and Stimpy and Powdered Toast Man, who is actually standing, log and TV. And let's get started with the wee thug. That's right, we have a thug on the channel today, and it's wee. I don't know. It's a Wee Knives thug. Comes by way of Wee Knives and the Apex Pass Around Group titanium frame lock on that side, obviously, and on this side, marbled carbon fiber. Really, really cool knife. Let's get into it. Comes in this box, the Thug, marble carbon fiber, presentation handle, in other words, show scale, with gray hand-rubbed titanium lock side handle, gray hand-rubbed CPM 20 CV blade. We'll get into that here in just a minute. Comes with the pouch, the Wee zip-up pouch that has a cloth, there it is, and a card. And I mean, I love their pouches. They're so well done. Made in China, obviously, by Wee Knives. And so let's get into sort of the presentation of this, as they call it. So you do have this great marble carbon fiber scale. You have like a bronzish pivot collar with the Wee logo. On this side, you do have the gray hand-rubbed finish. So I don't know exactly what that finish is, but you can see it here. It looks like a hand-rubbed satin almost, but it's on the scales, and then it carries on into the 20 CV blade. So I think that's incredibly interesting. Uh-oh, I'm not going to know what that logo is, am I? Does that mean like an in-house design? Or let's see who the designer is. Okay, Matthew Christensen. That's why it's Matthew Christensen's logo. Sorry about that, guys. I should have known that up front. Same kind of crazy looking bronzish pivot collar there. And just really cool. I do love the lock cutout here being in 3 pieces like that rather than a big chunk. The screws are all countersunk. Really, really beautiful. This, I mean, is a ridiculous looking scale. It is so beautiful. And then the blade, you have this swedging up here. You have a compound grind. It does have a Tanto style blade to it, obviously, and has that point that you get from a Tanto, and it is a really cool, it feels, yep, it's hollow ground there and flat ground up front. Got a real piercy looking tip and thumb studs, which are, again, that bronzy kind of finished look. Really, really cool. As far as, you know, crazy things going on here, we just have Matthew Christensen's logo and not a lot else. So let's kind of talk about some specs before we go any further. Now, I don't often do, you know what, you're going to have to bear with me for a second here, guys, because I intended... Hold on. I intended to have some comparison knives here today because this is a 7-inch knife. When you look at it, it looks tiny. But if you look now, it's obviously not a really big knife because there is the Para 3 and the PM2. So it is a small knife. But when you say 7 inches, it doesn't seem teeny, teeny, tiny. But it is a full 4-finger grip. Back here, as you can see. Now, you can sort of put a finger here, but you're kind of playing with fire there a little bit. It's not the greatest idea. So really, the only real grip is this one, and you're really near the end of the handle. Now, there is no jimping, but you have plenty of room to get up here on this blade and really go to work. And you can, like I said, you can kind of come up like that a little bit. You just need to be really, really careful. But it is a 4-finger knife for sure. Now, as far as specs, it is a 7-inch knife. The blade is 2.6. And again, you know, the shape of cut off here on the Tanto and cut off on the back, I think is what makes it look even more short than it actually is. The blade thickness is 0.17, 20 CV. It is a Tanto. It is a convex grind or hollow ground. Handle length is 4.375. So again, plenty of room there. And the weight, guys, is 2.21 ounces. It is right hand only tip up carry. Pretty dang close to being deep carry, but not quite there. Only right hand, sorry, lefties. And it is a frame lock as well. So I know lefties will also not be super happy about that. Now, because it's so short, you kind of have this really steep angle to the lock bar in there, but you still have about 30 on the lockup, which is great. You do have cutouts here, so to get your thumb down in there. I've not had any problem disengaging the lock bar at all. Really, really good for me, no problem whatsoever, but it's not overlapping, so bear that in mind. Does have an over travel stop. Really, really cool on this one. The pocket clip does have this little point, but where it's at, it does not hit me in any way. So I will not be calling that a hot spot, but I bet you there will be some out there that point will hit you in a funny way, and you will not like that. Now, I will say, you can see where it's kind of rubbed clean there. I bet you that's going to hook on stuff, and probably already has, and I just didn't realize it, or maybe when it was at another reviewer, because, again, this has been passed around quite a bit. 20 CV on that blade, guys, if I didn't say that. As far as centering, it's yeah, it's good, and it is on bearings, so it flips right out there. It's not a super drop shutter, but man, you can see it just fires, guys, on the studs. It's not a super drop. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it kind of did there. Hold on, let me try it again. Yeah, I mean, it's a good dropper. It's not great. It's not a guillotine. But it's plenty for me. Really, really cool knife. Now, this one does go for $257.50 over on Blade HQ. So, kind of, pretty typical for but again, it is a fairly small knife. So it just depends. I did carry it as a backup, but there was one day I carried it as a primary. Worked well for opening boxes because you got that tip right there that you can kind of go in, or you can go like this and have a really long area here to open a box with. So it was really, really cool for me in that regard. It's not like the most ridiculously sharp thing, but again, it is sharp for sure. But it's been around to a bunch of reviewers, and as you know, I don't like to mess with blades on a pass-around knife as far as sharpening them or even stropping them. But there you go. Just really cool little knife, guys. Hope you like it. Again, let me know what you think in the comments. It is made in China. Again, the Thug. And I like the fact that it's only 2.21 ounces. I almost forgot one important thing. No lock rock. No blade play. Really, really, really nice knife. So there you go. Guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Give me a comment. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think. If you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. And guys, thanks for all your support and for watching the Knives Fast channel.